Today we're going to discuss about 3-wire start-stop circuit. This is the benchmark fundamentals of our motor control. If you will learn this, it will give you a good background of our motor control. Like this. But before we wire this, we are going to go first to the computer and discuss the wiring and schematic diagram. Let's do it. Okay, now we're here on motor control. But first, before we're going to discuss this one, let's go first to basic, because this is a little bit harder. This is the principles of motor control. First, we will do first the very basic. Then later on, as we go on with our discussion, we go to the motor controls. This is series and gate control circuit. Here, this is the initial condition of the circuit. The initial condition of the circuit that our bulb is not lit because this one is open, the two switches is open. The second initial condition of the series and AND gate, we are going to push one of the switches. What will happen to the light? Still not on because one of the switches is open. Let's go to the next slide. But we are not going to switch the first one. What will happen? Still the same, the lights will not on. But if we are going to switch on, lights is on because it is already complete circuit. This is series or AND gate control circuit. And this is parallel or gate control circuit. This is the initial condition while we don't push it, the pause button. We didn't push it any one of the pause button on the circuit. What will happen if we are going to push one of the pause button on the circuit? We're going to push number 1 switch. What will happen? The current will flow from our supply voltage already on because it's complete circuit. Let's do the next slide. On the next slide, we are going to push the second switch. What will happen? If we're going to push the second switch, still lights is on because the circuit is complete. See? What will happen if we are going to push the 2 switches? Still light is on because it's complete circuit again. Here, if you saw here, the current will pass through on switch number 1 and the current also will pass through on switch number 2, going to the lamps and back to the supply voltage. Okay, let's continue to our start-stop circuit. The initial condition is we didn't start the pause button. So the current from line 1 going to our number 3 and the number 1 of the CR1. And on the CR1 normally close indication for our stoplight, this one is already been light because if we're going to see here, line is passing from here, going here because this is normally closed and going to line 2. It's a complete circuit, so this one should be light. And on our power circuit, it's on the terminal 1, 3, 5. If this one will close, the line current will go directly to the motor and run the motor. But at the moment, it's not yet being started. Okay, this one is already been pressed. So what happened is the current from line 1 going straight to stop, to start, or overload relay going back to line 2. When this one will energize, the normally open contact will close. So when the time we're going to release this one, the current will pass by here. And this one also will close. So the current will pass here and the run light will on. So the current from line 1, line 2, line 3 goes directly to the motor. And now the motor is running. See the indication? Okay, when we are going to stop, it will back to its initial position. Now, let's go to the practical exercise. The first exercise that we're going to do, we're going to connect it in series. Let's do it. what we did here, we just series the switches from the line one of our circuit breaker going to the first switch, series going to the second switch, going to our lamps, from out of the lamps going to our line 2 of our power source. Now we're going to switch on the circuit breaker and let's see. Okay, nothing happened. What we're gonna do is we're going to press the first switch. Nothing happened. We're going to press the second switch. Nothing happened. We're going to press the 2 switches together. Okay, the lights is on. So this is the series circuits. In order for the lamps to lit, you need to push the 2 switches. Next, we're going to do the parallel or OR gate. First, we're going to switch off the circuit breaker. Parallel circuit, what you're gonna do, you're just going to do this together like that. Connect this one and connect to one end of the lamp. The other end of the switch we're going to connect together, but we're going to add another wire for our line 1 source. We're going to connect it here. These 2 switches are in parallel. And after that, our line 2 is already been connected. Okay, let's turn on the circuit breaker. What will happen if I'm going to push the switch number 1? Lights is on. What will happen if I'm going to press the switch number 2? Light is on. What happens if I'm going to switch both 2 switches? Still light is on. So this is the experiment of series and parallel. Now let's proceed to motor control circuit. Here we are again. We are now going to connect the 3-wire start-stop motor circuit. So let's do it. At first, what we're gonna do, we're going to do a lockout tagout first, so that we will be safe. It's the first thing you're gonna do when you do maintenance and repair, or when you are going to do wiring, so that no one can switch on the circuit breaker or the main disconnect. You need to keep your key in you. Make sure that the 2 circuit breakers, the power circuit breakers and the control circuit breaker, are off. Okay, let's start. This is our control circuit and this is our power circuit. What we're gonna do, we're gonna wire this one up to finish. Just bear with me so that you will learn from us. First thing we're gonna do, I'm going to put this auxiliary contact, these 2 auxiliary contact. I will show you how we're going to put this one. First, I'm going to connect this one. The way how we're going to connect this one, I'm going to push it, and you see this black dowel. I will put it here. Push. Then need to push. Okay, that's already locked. We need this auxiliary contact because we need a lot of contact here. We need a lot of extra contacts here. This one also, what we're gonna do, in order to remove it, you need to push this one. And if we are going to put it, just put it here. Okay, I will put it. Now we have lots of auxiliary contact. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have one here, 6. So we have 6 auxiliary contact. So we're good to go. First thing we're gonna do, this is our power circuit. I already wired the power circuit from our source line, 3-phase, line 1, line 2, line 3, going to our load side of our circuit breaker. From load side of our circuit breaker, going load side of our magnetic contactor or our overload relay, going to the terminal block. Anyway, this is a bridge. All this one is bridge. I will try it and show you that it is connected whenever. So they are connected each other, so we don't have problem. See this one? So they are connected. What I did in order to very easy to wire a control circuit, I am marking it 1, 2, 3, 4. See the terminal block, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the 1 I'm going to connect it here, all the 2 I'm going to connect it here, all the 3 I'm going to connect it here, and all the 4 I'm going to connect it here, to avoid confusion, especially when we go to our next exercise, forward, reverse, Y delta. We have a lots of wires, so you need to have a markings. Okay, before that, let's do this one. From here, let's connect here. From here, going to line, here, line 2 of our control circuit breaker, going to neutral, from our 24 volts out, we are going to connect it to 1. If you look on this diagram, from 24 volts I put it to 1, so we already have supply here. Then after that, I will go to the negative supply of our power supply. The negative is going to number 4. I will put it here. From 1 going to stop. From 1 going to stop push button here. This is the stop push button. From stop push button going to start. From here, from stop push button going to start here. Then from start push button going to our coil of our magnetic contactor, A1 here. From our A1, A2 is going to overload relay. overload relay. Now we're going to test which one is normally closed here in our overload relay. We're going to find which one is closed. Here, this one here. This is our normally closed. We're going to connect it here. Here, normally closed. From our normally closed going to line 4 here. So the first rung is already complete. What we're going to do now, we're going to test if this magnetic contactor will pull in. We're going to remove the lock. Turn it on. Turn on the main circuit breaker. Turn on the control circuit breaker. See, we have the light, so it's on. Now what we're gonna do, we are going to start this button. So the motor is already running, but we don't have latching because we didn't connect this auxiliary contact normally open. Now let's connect this one. Let's just off the control voltage. This one came from the start, one of the start. We connect it here. Then we're looking for normally open. So normally open is here. From the start. Connect it to the other end of the normally open contact. And let's try. This one should latch because we already put a latching contact. We need to switch on the control voltage. See? In order to stop it, we need to press the stop button. From normally open, going to our lights. Okay, going to our lights here. From our lights, line 2 of the lights going to number 4. So where is number 4? It's here. So this is the good thing if we put a numbering system in our wiring diagram or our schematic diagram, we will not get lost. Let's try again. This one should light. We're going to start this one. This one is light, so I'm gonna switch it off. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna connect this one so that this one will light when the motor is not running. It's just an indication. Let's connect to line 1. Number 1 here. Going to our normally close. And after that, let's connect to stop lights. Then from stop, out of the stop, number 2 of the stop, we're going to connect to line 4 here. See, it's already been lit. Okay, now we're going to start. stop. This one should lit. Okay, good. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Hello guys, our topic for today is Motor Control 101 with multiple start-stop circuit. A multiple start-stop circuit is needed and very important, especially in the plant that is very large area, such as long conveyor with hundreds of feet long. It is not safe and convenient and time-consuming if we only use one start-stop button. To make the system more safe and convenient, pause button can be installed in every operator system. Let's do it and help me out. When the pause button is pressed, the current flows from line 1 through stop 1, stop 2 that is connected in series, through start button that is connected in parallel, through magnetic coil, CR, through overload relay contact, and on line 2. This energizes control relay, which when energized closes the normally open contact to establish the holding circuit for the control relay. When the start button release also closes the control relay main contact to line 1, line 2, line 3 and complete the circuit to run the motor. Closes also the normally open contact for the run light indication and open the normally closed contact for stop indication. Pushing either of the two stop pause button will open the circuit to the magnetic coil and the magnetic coil de-energize. Today I'm going to show you how to wire multiple start-stop circuit. Let's get started. But first, we will do our lockout tagout. To make us safe. Off. Okay, next we're going to connect auxiliary contact, and I'm going to show you how to put auxiliary contact. We have two auxiliary contact here. First this one. See this down wheel here? I'm going to put it here. Now it's locked. The next one, to remove this auxiliary contact, you just press this dowel also. To put it, just put this two in here. Let's do it. Now it's locked. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do, we're going to follow this schematic diagram. Anyway, I put marking to make it easier for me to wire. You see this one, line 1. I put this terminal block 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, this is bridge. What I'm saying for bridge is it is connected each other. I will show you. See this one? Here, from our control circuit breaker going to our 24 volts power supply. From the positive terminal of our power supply going to line 1. For the negative supply for our 24 volts, going to line 4. So now we already have supply from our 24 volts power supply going to our terminal block. So this one. So from line 1 here going to our stop push button here. Out of the stop push button going to remote stop push button. The remote stop push button is here. I already wire. For the stop 1 and 2, for the start 3 and 4. So I will going to connect to 1. I will just use wire nut to join it. From our 2 going to our start button is going here. Put the wire nut again. Going to our start button. From our start button going to our A1 of our relay of the magnetic contactor. Here. Up A2 is going to overload relay. Overload relay normally close here. NC. And from NC going to line 4. Going to here. Now we're going to try if it works because it's already complete circuit. From line 1 going to line 2 for the first rung. Let's try to start if this motor will run. Okay, it's run, but we don't have yet a latching circuit. And for the other start button, you are going to connect to 4. Okay, now let's try if it will start here. Okay, this one is already done. What we need is, we just need a auxiliary contact, the latching contact. This is normally open. Okay, we still need one here, going to normally open of our magnetic contactor. Open is here. This time, it should latch. When you are going to push it here, the start button, you can press here the stop button. That is multiple start stop. If I'm going to press the start here, I can stop it here. So even though when you are 100 feet away, you can still start. See this one? You go to the other location, stop it. So that is multiple start, stop. Now the next one is we're going to connect the indication light from line 1 going to the normally open. From normally open, going to our lights, start, and from lights going to line 4 here. When I'm going to start, this indication light for run button should light. Okay, when we're going to stop, it should stop. It should go away. Okay. Next is we're going to connect normally close for our stop indication light. From line 1 going to our normally close. From our normally close going to lights. Lights. From our tube lights going to 4. Tube lights going to 4. Here. Okay. When I'm going to start, this one should go away. I'm going to stop, start, stop. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.